Okay, now we are going to start with our page 3, and for page 3 I am going to use this page from our paper collection. So let's see, measure over 8 and cut it, and again after that measure over 7 and cut it. We'll have this piece ready as our base, which is 7 by 8 inches in size. Now we are going to make diagonal pockets for our page. So let's see. So take your white cardstock. On this cardstock, we are going to measure over 7.5 inches and cut it. And on this side, measure over 5.5 and cut it. So we'll have this piece, which is 7.5 by 5.5. Okay. Now what we are going to do, those who don't have this cutting tool, they can put diagonal line across these two corners and cut it with the scissor. What I am going to do, I am going to put my piece like this. I am going to align these two diagonal corners on this cutting like what you say that cutting edge, and I will give a cut over here, like diagonal cut. So we have this piece ready, and we will keep this piece in our reserve pile that we can use for our page 4, because we will be going to do exact same page, just a mirror image of page 3. Like page 4 we are going to do exactly same, but mirror image of page 3. Now this pocket will align on right side of your page. Now we have to do a score line. So on this side, measure, so this is 8.5. So what we are going to do, on 8 inches we are going to score a line. Sorry, I'm wrong. So not 8 inches, on 7 inches, because this is 7.5. So on 7 inches we are going to score a line. I'm so sorry for that. I am doing this tutorial for the, like, you know, I am making this album along with you, so please bear if I am doing any small mistakes, but I will clarify them immediately. So on half inches make a score line. You see, it is going to be like this, and then on this 5.5 size, at 5 inches we are going to make another score line. It will look like this. Can you see this? Okay, keep this aside, and as I said, this pocket will be on the right side of your scoring, of your main page. Okay. Now if you have a punch, marker sword punch or any other punch which is like again mine is 3 1/4 inches deep, So I'm using this to punch the diagonal side of my white cardstock piece. Okay, so you have this piece ready. So for those who don't have this border punch, you can just leave that diagonal like triangle piece as it is, which is like 7.5 inches in from one side and 5.5 inches in on the other side. And once you put this piece on your base card, it is going to be like a 7 inches by 5 inches. Okay, and those who have this punch like a 3/4 deep inch punch, they will I will tell you how to take the measurements for our paper, like design paper. Okay, so right now we are going to go ahead and stick this portion. Before that, we are going to trim this square over here so that it will fit properly. So I'm going to trim this square from here. Just be careful that you will not cross these lines. Okay. Now I am going to put glue, my very special tacky glue, the fabric tack. Again, make sure that you are not putting your glue or score tape on those score lines. And I am going to place my cardstock base here. And then flip over and trim this extra. Side as well. Okay. So if you have a sponge, your pocket will be little smaller compared to if you are not using your punch, but this will also look perfectly awesome. Okay. So we have this white cardstock pocket ready, and we are going to put our design paper on this. So for that I am going to use okay, so I am going to use, let me see which one is right. Okay, I am going to use this page. For those who did not use this border, you will need to measure over 6 by 7/8 and cut it. And for those who use this 3 by 4 inch deep punch, they will have to measure over, let me see, this is 5, right? 4 by 7/8 and cut it. Let me do this. By for those who don't have sponge, they are going to measure over 5 and cut it. And for those who are using punch, for them, sorry, those who don't have punch, they are going to use 5 by 7 8 and cut it. So not 5 inches, 5 4. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, those who don't have punch, I'm so sorry for that, my apologies. Those who don't have punch, they are going to measure over 4 by 7 8 and cut it. And those who are using punch, they are going to, it may be little different because we are using punch, so it is trimming that from here. Those are going to measure over 3 by, let me see. Okay, so those who are using punch, they are going to measure over 3 by 3 8. That is going to be here. So 2 lines before 3.5. Okay. 3 by 3 8. Okay, it's going to be here. And cut it. Now we have this rectangular piece. Again we are going to do the same. We are going to cut it diagonally. Okay, so we have these 2 pieces ready. Put this piece in your reserve pile and we are going to stick it over here. So these page 3 and 4, they are going to be very simple pages, but they will look good with all photo mats, like once you have photo mats in it, and also laces and flowers and sentiments. So we'll decorate with other elements. So we have this ready. Now here on this page you will find this sentiment together. We are going to cut this. Put this in your reserve pile. And your leftover, like white cardstock stash, you will find some small piece that we can use. Let me see if I have. Okay, I have this strip. You will be having this strip here in your reserve pile. What I'm going to do again is the same thing what we did for our page 1, I think. Yeah, 1 or 2. Yeah, 2, I think. Here we are going to put this on like so. This white cardstock is going to be the background, like border for our sentiment, and we are going to cut it evenly on other 2 sides. Like this. But before placing this, what we can do, again I'll be using my favorite trim over here, and I'll place it across like this. extra piece that is popping out. This is not enough. And then okay, that's good. Now I'm going to place it like this over here. For that you can use your pop dots, or if you don't have pop dots, now I ran out of pop dots, so I am using these foam pieces. And since it is like this, I will put it on the other two sides. Sorry, this is my garage door. I think someone is at home. Okay, and I'm going to put it like this over here. And also what I can do, just leave a little border, it will look good on the side. And also I'll be putting my favorite crochet lace that I made on top here. And then at the end of this entire tutorial I will put some flowers here. So this is our photo mat, the third photo mat ready, not the photo mat, the layout is ready. And now let's start with our fourth one. Okay, now we are going to do page 4, which is going to be pretty easy, as we as I said, page 4 is mirror image of page 3. So, and we have many things that are left over from page 3 that we can use for our page 4. So again we are going to start with this paper from our paper collection, and we are going to measure over 8 and cut it. Okay. Put this piece in your stash pile. On this side, measure over 7 and cut it. Again, put this piece in your stash pile. So you will have this piece from your page 3 that we can use. which is again 7.5 by 5.5. Let me double check again. Yeah. And we are going to score 7 inches from here. And on this side, I think, sorry, this is the 7 inches. I'm little off. Okay. And on this side, measure out 5 and score. Okay, so, so we have, this is ready. And as I said, those who don't have punch, border punch, just stick it. Like first thing is fill this square so that it will be easy to stick it behind the base card or base paper. So it is going to be like this. Okay. But those who have punch, go ahead and punch your border. Start from here. Now I have this piece ready that I'm going to stick it on this base page. And okay, and you will also have this piece from your leftover from the page 3 that will fit here. Okay. Okay, now again we are going to put, where is my place? this. Okay, I'm going to put this lace across here. Okay. We'll trim this extra piece. Okay. On top here, I'm going to add my lace. Then in your stash, again find this page. We are going to use, let's see what we can use over here. Okay, I think we can, this will go well on this. I think we can use Dream here. So go ahead and cut this piece. And put remaining paper in your stash or reserve pile. Again, find out so you will find a leftover piece of white cardstock that you can use to make a background for this piece. So which is going to be similar to page 3. Just apply glue on the other side and place it in a way that it is leaving equal space on these two sides, and then we will have to cut it evenly on other two sides. It will look like this. Okay, again, if you have Pop-Tarts, you can use that. If not, then you can use foam piece. Okay, and this time, since we are going to place this over here, or let's see what is another way I can place it. Let's see if we place them next to each other. Yeah, maybe like this on over here. Okay. Okay. So we have this, it will be aligning like this. Okay, so we have page 3 and 4 ready, and again we'll prepare photo mats later and put some flowers later on. Okay.